happy Friday. Welcome back to another hot topic on He Say, She Say with your girl CoCo J.
And your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern. Q Lewis holding it down all the way in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado.
Right.
Happy Friday, y'all. It's Friday. We in the building. I'm over here dancing. You know what I'm talking about? This is my Friday. Oh, y'all can't even see me. Never mind. Don't even worry about it. I was over here dabbing and all kind of stuff. Like,
right, that might be a good thing we're not able to see.
Wow. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. So, of course, man, thank everybody for checking us out today. Don't forget, man, it's Social Media Friday. So if you got Instagram or Twitter, make sure you hit up both of us. All right, hit up, hey, it's CoCo J. All right, that's on Twitter and Instagram. And, of course, myself, Hood Howard Stern. That's on Instagram and Twitter as well. And if you got Facebook, make sure that you like our fan page, He Say, She Say. All right, but Miss CoCo J, what's the deal, man? It's Happy Friday. I'm over here dabbing, you know what I'm talking about. So what you doing?
Nothing much. Chilling.
Heard y'all got good weather.
Yeah, it was. You know what? We have been having good days. Yesterday was nice. The day before yesterday, it was nice, but it was raining. And today is cool. The temperature has dropped. To me, it felt like it anyway. I have low blood, so it might just be me. But yeah, it's been cool. The weather's been good. I need to get a car wash, actually.
Man, who you telling, dog? I went outside and seen my truck, and I swear it looked like one of them ashy dudes at school. Remember how dudes used to be ashy at school, like dark-skinned dudes? Like, didn't nobody tell them to put no lotion or grease on their elbows. They was all ashy.
That must have been you.
No, it wasn't me. I'm talking about the mother cats. Hey, we all been rusty before. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing wrong with that, but we all been there before.
Well, as long as you're not rusty now, so you're good.
Right, that's all that
matters. Oh, be rusty.
Hey, there's people out here that be rusty though. Still, like they don't. Somebody need to tell them.
Right, but anyway, yeah, the weather's been good, so I hope, hopefully the snow is out the forecast, but you know how Michigan weather is, so only thing we can do is keep our fingers crossed.
Right, I mean it's early March, so you kind of in the clear, but then always it's that chance that you might get snow for Easter.
Exactly. I hope not though. I can't remember the last time we had snow for Easter. I know probably rain, but not no snow. So yeah, hopefully it continues.
And to be honest with you, man, the way the weather's been this year, it's probably done. I think it's a fireball in the middle of the earth or something, dog. Like for real. Like I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I definitely ain't complaining, especially not this winter. And I'm hoping our summer don't be bad.
Right. Yeah, the winter wasn't nothing in comparison to what it had been. So yeah, definitely not that. Yeah, and I was pleasantly surprised with Denver, which I guess I understand that it snow like every day here, but it only snow like that in the mountains. So like down in Denver, like you barely get snow, and then when it does snow, it melts real quick. So I ain't complaining, definitely ain't complaining. So
you shouldn't be.
Not at all. So what else been going on since last Friday though? Because you know how long that is. That's 7 days. You know how much stuff can happen in 7 days.
Yeah, can. Yeah,
Donald Trump can win a Republican. Anyway. What else been going on? What else been going on?
Nothing much. Let's see. With me, nothing really.
Kind of just doing the day to day.
Yeah.
But I know how it works. I know how it works with you though. You be having like major events going on, but you just don't like to talk about them. So it's all good. That's probably what it is.
I mean, some things I'll share, some things I won't share, because some things I'll put out there.
Most things you don't.
If it's informational to others. But yeah, I will say that I did go to this 2-hour real estate seminar. Yeah. Was that yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
And I didn't go. It was free, so but I didn't go not for the reason of me wanting to become a real estate agent, because that's not what I want to do. Even after I learned some information, I still don't want to do that. But I went for other reasons of, other things that I'm trying to do, and I need to learn those kind of things. Yeah. So it was good. I'm glad I went. I wasn't going to go. I signed up. Honestly, I forgot I had signed up for it. Someone had posted it, a link on Facebook, and when I automatically seen it, I just pressed it and just signed up. Like, I don't even know why I did that for. I'm not even. And then I was like, well, you know what? God must have told me to do that.
Right.
And I wasn't gonna go because honestly I forgot about that I had registered for it until they sent me an email. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot I even signed up for the class. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. The next morning, I was laying there like, you know what? I ain't going. So I was like, Nicole, get up and go.
Right.
So I got up and went, and I'm glad I went. So it was cool. I learned a lot of stuff that that is definitely going to be useful for me with what I'm really trying to do. So.
Right. Okay.
But so
sounds like some good information though. Definitely.
It was. It definitely was. And they also offer a class, a 3-day training class as well, which is not free.
Right.
And it's like it's all day for 3 days, like from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 3 days. But they go more into detail. But considering, my reasons, which is what, not for a real estate agent, it was for other reasons. So I didn't feel the need that I needed to do that.
Right.
But anyway, other than that, it was cool. It was a good, a lot of people showed up. I was surprised. It was mixed. Young, old, black, white.
Yeah.
So, it was cool. Let's see, I voted Tuesday.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if I may sound crazy when I say this, but I hate politics.
You're not crazy for saying that at all.
I hate politics. I mean, I will talk about it, but I hate to get a deep conversation about it. I mean, we definitely have to educate ourselves about it. But I hate politics, and I hate getting in a deep conversation about politics because I hate politics. I will go vote though. That's one thing I will do, and I will get information that I need to know so I can be aware of certain things. But other than that, I hate politics.
Yeah. I don't blame you. It ain't nothing to like about politics.
Yeah, I hate politics. I hate even talking about politics half the time.
Like
when you talk about it, I just kind of I don't know if you know it, but I just be quiet. I'll be like, I'll say what I need to say, and then I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Damn, you a hater. Damn, you a hater.
It's not that I'm hating. I just don't like talking about it.
Right, I hear you.
Yeah, but other than that, that's it for me. What about you? What's been good?
With me, man, just kind of same old. Just like you said, always working on some new projects because I love creating stuff, and also too, I seen. Do I want to talk about that? Yeah, why not? I don't care. We're only gonna stay on it for a second. All right, a quick second. But I seen.
Yeah, okay, that's what you say.
Right. Well, we're not gonna talk about politics. But we're gonna talk about slaves, all right? So,
oh Lord.
No, it was good though. So I want to talk just a couple minutes about how I seen Underground, which is a series on WGN. It's an original series, so it's made just for WGN. And I cannot think what is her name. God, I want to say it right because it's good. Misha Green. All right, Misha Green is the writer of this series. Her and some other dude. The names sound white, so I'm thinking it's a white guy. But Misha Green. So shout out to Misha Green. She's a screenwriter, and forgive me because I can't remember the other stuff that she wrote. But this is good though. Like I know that people kind of get sidetracked because it's another slave movie or miniseries or whatever.
She's African American?
Yes, she is.
You know that because of her name? Or
no, because I googled it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I Googled it. Yeah. So, oh no, I did just make that assumption about the other name because it just sounds like one. So you never know. It's still it might not be, but Misha Green I know for certain because I Googled it.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I Googled it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was just messing with you.
So anyway, the show was good, man, and I encourage, man, any not just African American people, but people in general. I encourage y'all to watch this because it's a different depiction of slavery. Of course, slavery is slavery, but it shows you some of the intricate details of the slaves themselves. Also, it gives you a larger take on abolitionists and how a lot of those abolitionists relatives were slave owners. So they had a lot of stuff to deal with by trying to free slaves, but then their family's fortune is on the line because of the economics produced by slavery. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real intricate look. So I encourage anybody who got the time to catch it on Wednesdays. I don't know what time it come on because I watched it on demand, so I watched it yesterday. I know it comes on new every Wednesday, so make sure you check your local listings for that. I just want to give them a shout out because it was good. I enjoyed it. It's hard for me to watch slavery stuff because it pissed me off so much, but still at the same time, I think it's important that we learn, about the intricate details. And I say intricate details because I learned some stuff last night watching this that I didn't know about certain things. So I think anytime you watch something, it's cool to learn something, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of people probably don't grab to those kind of series because they feel that we're not there anymore, or that's the past. We don't even know about that. And right. Like you said, you can learn it because you can learn a lot from those kind of shit. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Or they feel like, I know this story already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's why I say shout out to Misha Green and the other writer because they wrote it a little different where you can learn some stuff that you probably, for me, I know I learned some stuff that I wasn't aware of. So it was a good look for me. All right, so enough of that. We don't want to talk about slaves because this is love and relationship show. Unless we're talking about sex slaves.
Love.
Unless we're talking about sex slaves. Because that's so we're talking about sex today. So we're talking about sex slaves, and that's different. We can talk about that. But in between last week and this week, man, nothing really going on. Of course, I did my show yesterday. So shout out to my man Monk Money. We did our show yesterday talking about legalizing marijuana, which is always a great topic, especially this time of year, politically. All right. Also, man, shout out to my nephew, man, who has come up with an idea for a clothing line, which I actually wrote a small article on my publishing website, which is www.flipside-ink.com. That ink is with an I-N-K. And the name of the fashion line is the classic pothead. All right, so this is going to be a great genre for the marijuana culture, which is obviously on a rise. Right now it's only four states that's completely legal, but it's about 23 altogether with medicinal practice and everything. So definitely on the lookout there. So shout out to my nephew Malcolm Sterling. All right, you can check him out on Instagram also at Classic Pothead. All right. So anyway, enough about me because I ain't really did nothing all week. I think it's important that we talk about this sex thing because that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? But did you want to say something real quick though about that article you read in Washington Post though about mental illness before we jump off into the real subject?
You know what? Not really. I think we have to do not really.
I had to do like a whole show on.
Yeah, but something like that. But just to put it out there is, I'm not gonna go into the articles that deep into the articles that I read. So I guess I will say something. But my it's so out there, the mental illness, and I've always said this, how one of the articles was saying how when people go to jail, the county jail, there's a lot of them that has mental illness, but they don't do mental illness what word I'm trying to say. They don't evaluate you in a county jail for you being mentally ill. They just put you, if they feel that you on suicide, you were suicidal or something like that, then they do a suicide watch for you. And they say, the article was saying how they can go, if you're in a county jail waiting for a trial or something like that, you can be in there for months, 2 years before you even get moved to a prison. But in between time, if you are mentally ill, they don't check for that. They just put you on suicidal watch. So it's like, that's how, and they saying that's how a lot, that's how most of the prisoners in the county jails, their mental illness go unnoticed, especially if they're in there for a while. But now versus prisons, they say the prisons, they really don't have a choice but to be aware and to confront the mental illness because it's so many. They say 80%, don't quote me on this, I think it's 80%, but it was a big number, I do know. 80% of their prisoners is mentally ill. So they don't have a choice but to give them treatment as far as medication, as far as psychiatrists, counseling, all of that. And it's just crazy. It's what I always say. It's just it's mental illness that's going unaware in our community. And I say the Black culture community, because the African American community, because we're either in denial about it or we brush it off and don't want to get no help, or you probably think you can't afford the treatments as far as the medication, as far as the counseling, seeing a psychiatrist, any of that. But it's a big number out there, and we need to we need to really confront it, because that's what's going on with our community. It's this mental illness that's just going unnoticed. So the article was deep. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on, because it was so deep. It was very interesting, and it's interesting to me because I know it's true.
Right. I think we all, to a certain extent, know it's true, but just but it's denial. Exactly. So it's like and it's kind of it hits home for me as well, because I know some people that had a mental illness and they just ignoring it. They aren't unaware of it. They just think they're just going through something and they'll be okay, and and it can be ignored. And if a family member knows someone who has a mental illness, they need to confront that person and just let them know. A lot of us are not educated. Because just like the conversation we had earlier, they think if you don't want to commit suicide, you fine. And it's not true, because people with mental illness necessarily don't want to kill themselves. They just showing out in some other different form or fashion. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So But anyway, we definitely gonna have to get a topic talking about that. Even though this is a love and relationship show, but we definitely we definitely need to talk about that. You can talk about how those issues, if they remain undealt with, then it can mess up your relationship. So it's a way to put it together.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have to do it. So look forward to it.
Yeah, because just real quick too, you see those commercials when they show the depression medicine, they always show people with their loved ones, and it's messing up their relationship. So it's definitely a way to put it all together. Oh yeah, no doubt.
And a lot of people don't think that depression is a mental illness, and it is. Depression can lead to so much other things if it's not, if you're unaware and if it go
unattended.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. But anyway, other than that,
right. Enough about mental illness. All right, so we go. Just in case you just now logging in or just now calling in, you want to make sure that you know what we're talking about today, because we're getting ready to jump off into our actual topic. All right, so if you've been following us on Twitter and on Instagram, then you know we're talking about sex. That's what we're talking about. Let's get excited about it, because you should be doing it every day. So
let's talk about sex, baby.
Right, exactly.
Hey. Got the words. Y'all know what song I'm trying to sing. I forgot the words.
Yeah, y'all know the words. And especially from this article that I'm going to refer to later on, definitely says that you should be having an orgasm every day. Now, that didn't say that you should have sex every day. It said you should have an orgasm every day.
That's
so
the
just
only
because
way, baby. No, I'm just kidding.
I was just gonna say, but it's some women out there that's been having sex for years and they never had an orgasm. So you can be having sex every day and never have an orgasm. So you're not winning at this point.
That's bad.
but it's true, right? I mean, it's true.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, it's true. All right, so look, if you're on eblockradio.com right now, make sure you hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key so you can comment on the topic. We go skip the commercials. You want to go to commercial?
No. Let's keep it going.
Let's just keep it going. We don't never pay no bills around here, man. We'll never pay no bills. We'll never pay no commercials. All right, so let's jump right into it then. So we're talking about sex. How important is sex in a relationship, man? Don't forget, if you're on eblockradio.com, hit us up 760-283-4647. And let's see what you got to say about it. So Miss CoCo J, of course, you're the lady of the hour. How important is sex?
Let me clear my throat.
Right.
Well, you know what? Let me say this first.
Okay.
The sex in a relationship doesn't make the relationship work or last. I'm just going to put that out there. It doesn't. Okay. It doesn't. I don't think sex should be held over no one's head, or even if is to make the relationship work. But with that being said, I think sex, me personally, sex is important in a relationship. Now, if you are, waiting to be married, that's fine. And if y'all two is on the same page, that's fine. I'm not knocking that at all. If y'all communicate about it and y'all both agree with it, y'all on the same page, make sure y'all are on the same page. That's absolutely fine. That's how y'all roll. But for the people, for the people who is having sex before marriage, like myself, it's important. I mean, it plays a role. It plays a role in a relationship because that is an intimate thing. It's just especially if you have that connection, that intimate connection, that sex connection. What word I'm looking for? I can't think of my words today for some reason.
I mean, I'm following you. There's another word for it.
Yeah, but it was. But anyway, as long as you get what I'm saying. But
I get what you're saying.
Especially if you have that connection going on, and I'm not saying that sex is gonna make everything else good, because everything else in our relationship has to be good as well, not only just the sex.
Right.
So, but I will say, which a lot of people do, I think, is if all the areas in that relationship is not working, but they have good sex and they try to make that relationship work just because of the good sex and nothing else is good, it's not gonna last that long, and the relationship is still gonna be the relationship's still not gonna work out. You feel me? So with the sex thing, I mean, it plays a role. It plays a major role. I think, yeah, it plays a major role, I believe.
Now, see, so I guess this is my question then. So, I mean, you're definitely not alone. Just looking at the statistics, and statistically, like we were talking about off the air, is that sex is the second most what do they call it? Well, I'm gonna use the word indicator of a successful or a happy relationship, right? So the first one, of course, was fidelity. So the feeling of not being cheated on or not being cheated on. The next thing was a healthy, happy sexual relationship. So it's no doubt that sex, a happy, healthy sexual relationship. So no doubt that it is important. But this is where I run into a problem, though. If it's the second most important thing, and it's a very important thing, how does a couple who is abstaining from sex, like how can it's not important to them, obviously, because they not having sex, or is it important that, or is the importance lying in the fact that they not having sex? You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does, and I think for the people who choose not to have, the couple who choose not to have sex, they have other things in place to take to take that place, to take sex, because they communicate about it. I think. I'm just guessing. This is just off a guess.
Right.
So they doing other things to take that to replace that with. You feel me?
Yeah. Right.
So, you have to, because when you choose not to have sex in your relationship, because you're not married, then I'm sure it's other things that they choose to replace that with. There gotta be.
Right. Otherwise, you're stuck.
I'm just saying. It's like it is.
Like, yeah. How important is sex? But we're not having sex. Like, oh well. Okay, moving right along.
And they, you know what? They can still even have that conversation, even if they're not having sex. Then at least they know when it does happen, or they can still communicate it, because that's what couples do. Even couples that's together not having sex, until they're married, they can still have that conversation. That's just getting to know if y'all, make sure y'all on the same page.
Right. So with that being said, my next question, of course, is, with that being said, with sex being an important part of a relationship, let me see how I want to say this. All right, so sex is important, but is there a difference between the importance of sex and the importance of good sex?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Because sex can be sex.
Right. Sex, if you say sex is important but it's bad, then that's just the same thing as not having sex. And yeah, definitely, because I think it's good to have good sex in relationships.
Right.
So we're gonna rephrase that.
So if you have bad sex, you might well don't even do it.
Having good sex. This is my opinion. Having good sex in a relationship is important. I'm not gonna say that's number one. I'm not even gonna say that's number two. But it is one of the importance in a relationship. Having good sex.
Now let me ask one more thing, just add on to that. Is having, let me see, what's the word I'm looking for? Is having good sex more important than consistent sex?
I some people
you said those two go together, huh?
Some people, but you know what? Everybody is different. Unfortunately, it all depends on, when you say consistent, it all depends on a person, their schedules and how, because they make families. They may not make time for it. But anyway, you see how good it is. Right. You can have sex every day and it can be bad as hell.
Right, but it's consistently bad.
But consistently, if it's good, then it's necessary. Now, some people may 7 days a week. Some people can't do 7 days a week. Some people may like it 2-3 times a day, but not in a week.
7 days a week is a lot.
It is. It's free, but some people is like that.
Yeah.
And some people need it. Some people love it. However, yeah.
It look like we lost CoCo J. We got to get her back on the line. But don't forget, man, if you're on eblockradio.com, or on Blog Talk Radio. Make sure you hit us up at 760-283-4647 and hit that #1 key. We want to know, man, how important is sex in a relationship, man? We go while we get our technical difficulties worked out here. We go play a commercial real quick so I can get CoCo J back active in the studio. But we'll be right back. Make sure you hit us up 760-283-4647. How important is sex in a relationship, man? We want to know. Make sure, man, if you're online right now, 760-283-4647. We're going to play a short commercial, work out our technical kinks, and we're going to be right back in the building, man. I'll let y'all in about 1 minute.
Witness the Black Tie experience. Black Tie Photography, servicing all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitts, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/blacktiepictures. Let me capture your professionalism and class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
All right, we back, y'all. We worked out the technical difficulties. I got CoCo J back in the studio, man. We was having a little audio problem there. But make sure, though, if you're just now logging in, or you're just now calling in, rather, either one, if you're on eblockradio.com, make sure you hit us up, 760-283-4647. If you're on the phone line right now, you can hit the #1 key and so we can see what you got to say about this, man. We're talking about sex. How important is it in a relationship? Now, CoCo J, before you fell off the earth. I think you was making some valid points. So you can go back into what you were saying. So we were talking about consistently having sex versus good sex.
Okay, yeah. And my question I had to you, for you was, do you think good sex can make a bad relationship last longer than it should?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And anybody who don't know that has never been in a toxic relationship. All right, and I say that because
you said that like you mean it.
No, I mean it. And the reason I say that though is because you have people who have been in, not to even sugarcoat it all. You got some people who've been in some terrible relationships, and a lot of those relationships they stayed in because the sex was good, not because the sex was just extraordinary at that moment, but because they hadn't had sex like that before. So the thing is, you found somebody who was, mad sexually compatible for you, but no compatibility nowhere else. But you kind of just looked off because, you know what, I'm getting my rocks off, so I don't care, right? So I think that, I was going to say, I think that it can definitely make you stay in the wrong situation for a long time, way longer than necessary. And I think that's for people who put more of an emphasis on sex. You know what I'm saying? Because when you put that much emphasis on it, it's hard to leave if this is what you built your foundation on.
Right, and I will have to say to that, that's not good.
No, we all know, just like eating a whole lot of sugar ain't good, but people still do it, right?
I guess, but you can. Yeah, but so if that's the case, then that relationship is just based off on sex. It ain't based off on nothing. Not because you love this person no more or you're in love with this person anymore. Not because everything else is good. So, but the sex is awesome. So we just gonna be miserable and then have sex, and we happy when we have sex. But after that, we just back being miserable.
Hey, you will be surprised.
Crazy.
But you will be surprised how many relationships actually work that way, man. We go shoot to the phone lines real quick though, so we can get some caller feedback. Don't forget, if you're on eblockradio.com, 760-283-4647 and hit that #1 key so we can hear what's on your mind. We're shooting to the phone lines though. I got 438-396. You on live with He Say She Say. 438, you on live.
Sorry, great show. Sorry, I put myself in.
Oh, okay.
Great show.
Okay.
Great show.
Thanks.
Concerning that question, how important is sex in a relationship? I think extremely important. I think it's #1. Because if you don't have sex in the relationship, you're basically a platonic friend. Why should I be with you? Well, we're going to be like communicating, and we're going to be. You're basically a friend. If I'm not having sex, what is the difference between a relationship, a romantic relationship, and a friendship if there's no sex? What's the difference? Well, you're going to tell me you could communicate more? I could communicate with my friends more. The only difference is the intimacy and the sex. If it's not there, you basically become a platonic friend. That's why a lot of women say, well, I don't mind the communication and everything, but when you go to those women and say, are you going to have sex with this guy? Never. So basically, you want a platonic friend. You don't want a boyfriend. You don't want a relationship. You want a platonic friend. Put that on your card of dating, please, women. Because a lot of women, you're not being honest. You're basically saying, I'm never going to have sex. I'm going to be celibate. And I want the same privilege as a boyfriend or a husband. You can't have it. Basically, all men should know that that's like, hey, I'm never going to have sex with you. It's never going to happen. And if you're honest and the guy still said, hey, good for you. But trust me not, a lot of men, a true man would be like, hell, what am I going to be with you for? What am I going to do?
So let me ask you a question. If you're say you already in a relationship, you're past dating, you are in a relationship. Does sex play a major role in your relationship?
Yes, it always does. It's the intimacy. What's the point of living? It always does. It always does. That is, I'm going to say something that a lot of men will never say, but I'm sorry to say. A lot of you women, if it wasn't for what you have between the legs, you would have no man approaching you at all. You would have none of the privilege that you had. You would have none of the free dinner. You would have none of. If tomorrow you would say to all men, you know what, all men who are heterosexual. Let me get it straight. The only thing I'm going to change to all men is the sliding now. All women are basically going to have a penis between their head and legs. You think men would be scared? Would be like, hell no, I'm going to talk to this woman. Hell no. Come on, man. Bro. And that's being real. That's keeping it real. Let's keep it real. Tomorrow you would say to all men, I'm going to show you beautiful women, but the only thing I'm telling you, she has a penis between her legs. A real man be like, no.
Right. Exactly. No. I
don't care about your personality. I don't care how much you be smiling. I don't care. No. Sorry, Sammy. No. But
I agree with you on that. So
it's important. I thought the character is important. I thought her smiling is important. I thought being feminine is important. No, Sammy. No.
Well, let me ask you this then. I mean, I know sex is important. So how important is good sex though? So like, let's say you're getting sex, but it ain't that great. Like, is that a deal breaker?
Well, it's very important. What do you think that we want to test the car before we even apply it? What do you think?
What if it was good at first?
What do you think that we laugh when women are saying, I'm going to be celibate? Okay, you can be celibate. You better be good in bed, because if this guy's been waiting a year with you and you've been celibate and nothing's good, this guy's going to, I'm wasting my time a year with you, and this is what you bring? No. You're gone. You're done. The guy's going to come with all these cues. Oh, I'm so busy. It's not that he's busy. The sex was rotten. He doesn't want to tell you the truth, so he's going to leave you. I'm telling you, women.
What if it was good at first?
You better be good. Because if you're not good.
What if it was good at first, though, and it fell off?
You better find a way to not fall off. How can you fall off? You better find a way to not fall off. We're in 2016 when men and women could get anybody they want. We live in a place where we could travel more. We have more social contact. We have social media. If you have a husband or a wife, you got to make sure that you're points to sex. Because if you're not, you're troubling your relationship. Because then you're bringing the whole thing. You will
only take a woman out on a date only because what's in between her legs.
No, I'm going out with a woman because I'm sexually attracted to you. And the day that I'm going out with you, that's my number one thing. And I tell women at the first or second date, if you are not attracted to me sexually, do not waste my time. Period. I don't care how much you like me. I don't care how
That's
much
real,
you're
though.
in love with
That's
me.
real, though.
I don't care about this and that. I want to know, are we going to do something? And if we're not, good. It's good. I'll be your friend and everything, but don't waste my time. I don't have time to waste. I am attracted to you, and I have no problem as a man to tell it. But I expect as a woman, if you're honest, you say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. And if you're not, cool. And we'll step off. But I will not give you the favor of a girlfriend or dating because you're just beautiful. If you're not attracted to me, what's the point? What, I'm never going to have sex with, so you can show around to your friends and say, look where he brought me to a great restaurant and this and that. And then you look like a fool to your friends and say, hey, you brought this girl to great. Did you sleep with her yet? No, well, it's been the 4th day. Did you do something with her yet? No, well. You know what? Please, we don't want to look like a fool. It's like I said to a lot of men, don't waste your time. If you're women, you know in 30 seconds if you're going to sleep with this guy or not. Please be honest. Stop dating guys you're not going to sleep with. Stop dating guys who like us.
We definitely respect your opinion, and thank you so much for calling in, all righty?
All right.
All right, man. Thanks for your call, bro. Look, first of all, I just want to say, man, you cannot, well, let me see, you can't not respect his truth. That's his
outlook. That's his outlook on it. That's his perspective. So that's why I definitely said we respect your opinion. Hey.
Yeah, most definitely. Now see, this is one of those situations where, like I said, the sex, reading that article from before, it said sex was the second highest thing, which was second behind fidelity. Now he's saying to be one of them dudes that, you know, sex is number one on the thing, like he said off rip. So for somebody like that, if you in a relationship with somebody who sex is number one, and your category for sex is not as high, what do you think will happen to that relationship?
If y'all not, well, I think personally, if y'all not two on the same page, if y'all may think sex is number one, and you think differently, then I think it will cause an issue. If y'all don't communicate about it and y'all work it out, or y'all find out what y'all needs and y'all wants and stuff. But if y'all don't communicate that, then it's definitely going to fall. It's definitely going to it's definitely. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna work out. I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna work out, but it's gonna be. Y'all are definitely gonna run into some issues.
Right.
Now, as far as with the dude that just called to comment, like I said, I respect this opinion, but at the same time, dudes like that, they just out there just wanting sex. You know what I'm saying? He said that he want to take out. That's the reason why y'all take us out to eat and stuff, because what's in between our legs. So your mindset is just you want to have sex, period, anyway, and that's all, basically. Because if you cannot base a relationship off sex, you shouldn't. People do it, but you shouldn't, because it's more to relationship than sex. Although sex is very important in a relationship, but it should not be based just off sex. Because if you start that way, then everything it's not gonna last. And 9 times out of 10, when you first get in a relationship, you base it off sex, it's not gonna last any damn way, because everything else under sex is not important.
Well, let me say this though. I mean, when you decide that you gonna actually date somebody, it's normally because of physical attraction. Because you don't know nothing else about it.
But exactly. So how can you be sexually attracted? You're attracted to that person. And when you attract, just like you said, she might have a penis between her legs. But when you're physically attracted to somebody, you can just be physically attracted to that person. How do you know whether that person do or don't have that between their legs? You don't know that, because you're physically attracted to that person just by the way they look.
Well, let me say this.
So how can you be sexually attracted to someone when you don't even know? You can
let me say this then, and I think it's only because men and women are wired differently. Because to me, I almost feel like if you looking at somebody to date in a romantic situation and you find them physically attractive, I think for a man that's equally tied the same. Physically attracted and sexually attracted to us, I think kind of mean the same thing.
Yeah, it probably does.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying. So for him to say that, I understand what he's saying, because if you physically attracted to somebody and you want to date them, in our minds anyway, I think, fellas help me out here, but I think that in our mind, the testosterone equals physical attraction and sexual attraction is pretty much synonymous.
But you know what? That goes. I agree, but that goes back to now when a person, and this is my opinion. When you say, just like the topic, it's good sex. I'm putting good in there.
Okay.
It's good sex important in relationship. Now, I believe good sex in a relationship is when you have that connection, that chemistry with one another. Period. And that is what makes the sex good. When you feeling this person and y'all vibing, y'all communicating good, you really like this person. That is what makes the sex real good. Now, I'm not that's my opinion. Now, it can still be good, and y'all can just go on about y'all married rate after the
and that's what I think. So I would change your terminology just a bit, because you can have good sex with somebody that you don't deal with for real. The components that you mentioned make it great sex.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we can change it up. Great sex then.
Right. So I can do that.
So the chemistry, I think the chemistry has to be there, and it might be there just sexually, and everything else not there. And that could be the case. People can be. It's probably single women who not in a relationship, but they know they go to, and that's just the same thing with men. They know they go to. They know who they can go to have this good sex with. You know what I'm saying? But they're not even in a relationship.
Right. Exactly.
Does that make sense?
No. I get you.
So it is what it is. If that's how you doing your thing, do your thing.
That's how you do your thing, yeah.
But as far as in a relationship, it does. Back to our topic, it does play a role in it, and I will have to say good sex. And when it comes to relationship, and I believe in a relationship, if nothing else. I mean, because if the sex is good, okay, but everything else in your relationship is not working out, that's gonna eventually cause conflict with the chemistry y'all got going on sexually. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get the tense, the whatever else y'all got going on. That can definitely cause an issue when it comes to when it's that time to have sex. Right. Eventually, I think so. Personally, I think eventually it will catch up with y'all sex drive that y'all have for one another, and then after that's gone, y'all relationship just shot to shit because y'all ain't got shit else to hold. Y'all shot to shit because y'all don't have nothing. The relationship don't have nothing else to fall back on if y'all was only holding on to good sex.
Right.
Y'all don't have anything else to fall back on. So then what next? Nothing. Y'all out to go. Y'all going y'all separate ways, and that's it. Y'all may try to sit down and work that shit out, but y'all done let it build and build. Y'all done let that shit build up. That it ain't no working. It ain't no working out. And that's even in the marriage. Boyfriend, girlfriend. So yeah, most definitely you got to get it together in all aspects in our relationship. Now sex, but definitely is important. But everything else is important as well.
I see. Oh man, we had a very spirited conversation there. Shout out to our last caller, man. Definitely added a little spice to the conversation. It's about time to get up out of here though. So if you got a last second comment, is 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. I'm gonna give my synopsis on things, and of course. Ms. CoCo J is going to end out the show because it's her show, and what she says goes. So I'm going to answer the question, how important is sex in a relationship? I think that just to kind of piggyback on what my man was saying a few minutes ago, is that I think it is definitely important because I think in essence that is the one thing that separates you from having a platonic relationship as opposed to a romantic relationship. So in that aspect, definitely it is important. Now, the importance of good sex is dependent upon how you gauge sex. You know what I'm saying? So for some people, good sex just means I'm getting it consistently. Like, it ain't the worst sex, but at least we having sex, because I know so many people in relationships that ain't having sex. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of depends on how you look at it. But the importance of sex is dependent upon the other things that you got going on in your relationship, which is pretty much what you said. At the end of the day, though, definitely it's important, and it is a factor, but for me personally, it's not quite a deal breaker. Like, I mean, as long as we having sex. Like, if the sex start falling off and something wrong, we can work on that type of thing. But I mean, it's got to be there. So let me say that it has to be sex, not just like it's not important, so we don't have to do it type of thing. But it has to be there. So it is important in that aspect, just to really define in terms of what our relationship is, because otherwise, quite honestly, just like my man said, it would end up it's just a platonic relationship, like it's a friendship if we ain't having sex. So on that note, man, we go end it on your cue. So what you want to say at the end to kind of sum it all up?
Well, I guess when going back off the platonic relationship, so the people that is in a relationship but not having sex because of their religious beliefs, not having sex until marriage, is that what you still call a platonic relationship?
You know what? I would categorize that as such if this decision was made because one party wants to do it. Now, if both agree, like, you know what, this how it is, we both agreeing, like, I don't want to do it, you ain't doing it, like, we cool. But if it's the woman saying, you know what, I'm gonna be born again, or I ain't having sex, so deal with it. Nah, then we just friends, because you in a relationship with somebody who wants to have sex, and we not having sex because you don't want to. Now it's different if we both agree, then that's just what it is. We've agreed to have this relationship without sex. That's an agreement. Right. But without that, then yeah, we in the friend zone.
Okay. I just wanted to, yeah. Okay. But anyway, my look is sex important in relationships. Like I said, sex is important. I'm not gonna say it's number one. No. It is important to, when you're in a relationship, and I'm not even talking about dating. I'm talking about when you're in a relationship, like like serious relationship. So that's my focus. When you're in a serious relationship, it is important, and I say it's important because that's the intimate part of your relationship. I mean, everything else can be intimate as well, like going on dates, communicate. That can be intimate as well. But then when you able to come together and have that good, I'm gonna call it great sex, because great sex to me is when y'all can have that connection, that chemistry, not only with sex, but with everything else that is going on. You know what I'm saying? This don't have to be a perfect relationship neither. I'm not trying to make this, I'm not talking about a perfect relationship, but I'm talking about things that you feeling this person, you're attracted to this person, and and you in love with this person. This is, blah, blah, blah. And that is what makes great sex. And so once you get that, it becomes important. I believe it becomes an important part in your relationship, because that is how that's another way y'all two can connect intimately. Right. So yes, it's important. And for the people who just out there having sex and bad sex, good sex, great sex. I'm just saying. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. But me personally, I love great sex, and great sex to me is when you connect with that person on every level, and that's what makes that sex so great, because you connect into that person. Period. So that is important to me. So yeah, that's my input on it.
All right, that's what's up. On that note, we shall say no more. I want to thank everybody who checked us out today on eblockradio.com. Everybody who called in today. Shout out to the caller that voiced his opinion. Got a lot of people on the phone line, but they didn't want to say nothing. So shout out to my man's courage to say what's on his mind. I know he made his peoples proud. Because I know he probably got some people listening like, man, he really said that shit on the radio? Like, yeah, he really said it. But that's what's up, though. So shout out to his courage, man. Hopefully he check us out again next week. Don't forget, too, if you missed the early part of the show, you can always catch the replay at www.eblockradio.com. Until next week, though, man, we up out of here. Thanks everybody for checking us out on He Say, She Say. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
And it's your girl, CoCo J, and have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace out.
Oh, peace out, and set your clocks.
Right, exactly.